Hey everybody, this is my MGTOW channel. I just started drinking a beer here and I want to do a MGTOW channel, but I don't want to reveal my identity, but I have a lot of good stories. Where shall we start? So it's February 3rd, 2017 and I've been MGTOW now for about almost a year. I would say probably 10 months when I discovered Sandman. And I think the reason why I found Sandman is because I remember from a few years ago there was this guy, Dick Masterson, and he had people calling him in because he was really sexist and chauvinistic, and I got a kick out of that because I do feel that men are a lot better at women than in many areas. So I got a kick out of him. So that led to Sandman. And then subsequently I found out that Dick Masterson was influenced by Tom Leykis, and then I got into Tom Leykis, and Tom Leykis, man, he really tells it like it is. And then more recently, the MGTOW channels I like is, hey, this is, what's that guy's name? Hey everybody, this is the big 6'6" guy from San Francisco area. What's his name? His name, this is, I think it's, hold on a second, let me find out here. Hold on, let me find out in a new window here. Open a new window. And, hey everybody, this is Tom. I enjoy watching him. But he puts his identity out there, which I do not want to do because it's going to affect my business. If I'm known as a sexist misogynist or whatever, because that's what girls will think you are automatically. And what's the history? Where here, MGTOW is freedom. That guy, I love that guy. Here, let me see his name here. Hold on.
The Peanut.
What's this guy's name?
Good evening, this is John.
John!
Your host.
John, MGTOW is freedom. I can actually probably imitate this guy because I watch him really quite frequently. Hey everyone, this is John. MGTOW is freedom. I'm drinking my single malt scotch. Single malt scotch is the way to go. And he's smoking his cigars. That guy, I like that guy. He's my favorite. Him and Tom Leykis. So here's a MGTOW story. That I cannot reveal my identity. I just cannot do it. There's just too many reasons why it would affect my business, and people would know me. Like Lefty from Donnie Brasco. I'm known. Forget about it. So here's a MGTOW story. I'm a young man. Okay, so I'm 43 years old now. I had a girlfriend for 5, 6, 7 years, and it was horrible. It ended in 2011, probably officially. That was the last straw. But 2003 to 2009, 10, 11-ish was just brutal, man. This fucking bitch basically ruined my 30s, basically. But we'll get into that in another video. Here's a MGTOW story about what a schmuck I was putting up with women's shit. So I lived in London, Ontario in 1994 through 1996, and I lived in a big townhouse, and I lived in the basement of the townhouse, and I got to live there all alone for a period because the 3 other roommates I had eventually moved out because it didn't work out. So in the end, a quarter rent was better than no rent for my landlord, so I got to stay there for a few months while he rented the place. This is in the student district, by the way. So I had a band there at one point when I was a young man, 20 years old, 21. And we would rehearse in the garage of this townhouse, and this is by Western University in London, Ontario, in the student district. So I remember at the end of the jam, I guess it would have been around 11 or midnight. So this hottie comes by. I don't remember the full details of how it happened because this is 20 fucking plus years ago. But she was walking by. We were all sitting on the steps, maybe the 4 of us or whatever, 5 of us or whatever it was. And summing up the jam, you know, like, okay, well, it was great, patting each other in the back, okay, so when do we jam next, whatever, how, the conversation and leading up to the end of the night. all of a sudden this really hot, say 19 to 20, 21-year-old walked by, and she was drunk as shit in the student district. And I don't know why we started talking to each other, but eventually she started talking to us. And eventually she wanted to come into she was drunk as shit. She wanted to come into my place. So basically, yeah, come on in. So I sent her to my bedroom downstairs. Okay, and this is in the sort of, I lived in the laundry area. So basically my bedroom's the basement, and there's a laundry area as well. And a patio door, you know, those big glass doors that swing open. And so I don't remember the circumstances, but my friends, they fucked off. And hopefully, yeah, in my mind, I'm gonna get laid. This is gonna be fucking great. This bitch is a hottie, man. A fucking little co-ed. So I go, I sum up with my friends, and I go downstairs, and I forget what happened, but in what time frame this happened. But eventually, she fell asleep on the floor next to the washer and dryer. And so at her feet would have been the patio doors. And because it was the patio doors, the moonlight shone through those doors, so you could see a silhouette. So eventually, I guess I went to sleep, and I was sleeping on the other side of the room to the right-hand side. She's at the left. And behind those feet is the doors, the patio doors with the moonlight. So I'm to the right, and I'm fucking hopped up with testosterone. I can't sleep, I'm just awake. And I'm cursing her at this point because she fell asleep. This stranger fell asleep on my floor, and I'm not going to get laid. But I'm hoping that she's going to wake up and I'm going to get laid. So I guess 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning pass by. I'm sitting there sort of just looking at her, you know, like through and the lights are off at this point, but I'm just kind of looking at her. I guess, I mean, you know, not just like curious to, is she going to wake up? You know, just really anticipating maybe getting laid. So anyways, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning rolls around, and I see her start to surface. She starts to, there's a rustling, she surfaced. So I guess, you know, with my eyes sort of open, just peeking at her suddenly, you know, she can't see because the room's dark. I see her stand up, and the silhouette, because, like I said, she stands up against the background of the patio lights, the patio doors, glass doors with the moonlight behind her, so all I see is silhouette. So I see her, she stands up, she looks around, she's confused, she doesn't know where she is. And all of a sudden she just looks around, and I'm sitting there, I'm frozen in my bed. Because I'm so hopped up with testosterone, this girl's so hot. So she looks around, and all of a sudden I see her, she opens up her pants. She's opening up her pants. I'm like, holy fuck, she's opening her pants, she's taking her pants off. So she takes her pants off, brings them to her ankles, and then stands up again. I'm like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden she squats over, she looks around, she doesn't know where she is, she doesn't know I'm in the room, she has no idea where she is, she's that drunk. She's really hot, a hot 20-year-old, maybe even 19. She squats, and no word of a lie, she starts pissing on my fucking rug. I just see a stream of silhouette of piss coming down, she's pissing on my rug, and I'm so flabbergasted, I don't know what to say, I don't say a goddamn word. I've never told anybody this story, because I'm so embarrassed by it. And I'm just I'm allowing her to piss on my rug because she's hot, and I'm frozen with fear and frozen with testosterone and crippled with horniness and stuff like that. I'm allowing her to, this is how much I wanted to get laid. And I was never a fucking like a dork, I was always a cool guy in my whole life. But this is how hopped up with hormones and how we kiss women's ass and they're not accountable for anything. I mean, she's pissing on my rug. And I'm watching the stream of piss just fucking, like she's pissing in a toilet. And what's going through this bitch's mind? She's pissing on somebody's rug. She has no idea where she is. I mean, what the fuck? So she goes through her whole stream of piss, and then she puts her pants back up. She goes right back to sleep. I'm frozen. I'm just so baffled all night. And I can't sleep. I never called her on it, and I don't remember, this is so long ago that I just remember the morning she left. I don't even recall saying goodbye to her or anything like that, but I remember she left her ID behind, and it said 21 years old, and I had her name. I have no idea what to do with the ID or how I don't remember how she left, but I'll never forget that. And I never gave her shit. And another thing that happened too around this time period is this 16-year-old came in with a really hot 16-year-old goth girl came in with my bass player, who was a girl at the time. And she came into that room, and we were all sort of socializing in that room. And this 16, and I had a rug, like I said, in this room. It was a nice townhouse too. It was in West, really high-end, rich area. And this bitch, she's smoking a cigarette in my bedroom, and I'm allowing her to smoke a cigarette in my bedroom too, because I'm so hopped up with horniness that I'm allowing her to smoke even though I don't want her. And we're all sitting around in a circle talking, and all of a sudden I just see her and she spits on my rug, just spits on my rug. I can't fucking believe it. She just spit on my rug. I never said shit to her either, again. But now, I would say shit. Now I would, of course. But this is, as a young man, as a 20-year-old at the time, that I put up with that. It was unbelievable. Like, where are these girls raised? She just spit on some... I never met her before. The first time... She's a guest in my house, and she spit... She's smoking her cigarette, and she just spits on the rug. It was unbelievable. That's a couple of MGTOW stories that I care to share, that of the absolute insanity of a woman's behavior when you're young. I mean, who the fuck pisses on somebody's rug? And who spits on somebody's rug? And I can't believe I allowed them to do that. Anyways, that's one of my MGTOW stories.